Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on The Spin, an Irish comedy about two guys who are really into music who travel cross country in order to get some rare records from a collector in order to resell them to save their record shop. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 15. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So these two guys have a dream. By the way, original story and music by Mark McCausland. And the two of these guys, they've got a record shop, and one wants to be a musician. And they've got 10 days to raise the rent, or else they're out on the street and their business is over. So they drive across Ireland. I assume it's Ireland because they sound Irish, in order to get to the guy who has the rare records and buy them, because they can't even afford the it's called The Spin because they run a record shop and they're going for a spin. They're driving across country to pick it up so they could save on the shipping. So it's a very indie movie. And then the guy on the right, he's divorced. He's got a daughter. He's struggling with that. Guy on the left wants to be a musician. Along the way, they pick up hitchhikers and meet wacky characters. This is their landlord. So it looks like it's definitely a very indie movie. Very indie. And it's got kind of like the pace of Ireland, you know? It's not too harried. It's going about at its own pace. These guys are super into music, so they're the only ones that would know, how rare the records were, and they can sell them for $40,000 or 40,000 pounds and save their business. So they're going to save the record shop and save themselves, and maybe even build a studio or whatever. So this is their shop. It's kind of got a terrible location. I mean, it's in this little alley. I don't know where that is. So it's kind of got a lot of heart. I mean, this movie definitely has tons of heart. So I kind of like it in that respect. It's Irish, so it's got its own flavor in that respect. First act, they bill it as a comedy. It's a very light comedy. I'll give it. It's not hilarious, but it's amusing. I may not be getting all the jokes because it's in Ireland, but the first act, they're in trouble with the record shop. They love music. They love everything about music, and everything's going to hell because they can't make enough money to pay their rent. So they scramble and they discover online a deal for a group of records that are worth 40,000, I guess, pounds. So they agree to buy them, but they don't have the money to ship it, because I guess they're records and they need like super high-end shipping to keep them in one piece. And they also need to deliver it to the client in pristine condition, because collectors are like that. So they decide they're going to drive out in, the dude on the left has this old car with no seatbelts. So they're going to drive out there and pick up the records and come back within 10 days to save the record shop. So, second act, they drive, they pick up hitchhikers, they run out of gas, they along the way, all kinds of wacky stuff happens to them. They visit the dude on the left, his ex-wife, and his daughter, and things aren't going well there. He's not coping very well. He doesn't want his daughter to see him as a failure, and his wife's not cooperating, or his ex-wife. His friend is trying to help him. They also meet a hot blonde chick. I'm not sure who she ends up with. And I think the guy on the left also meets a girl at a casino somewhere. Third act, it could go either way with an indie movie like this. Either they get the records, they save the shop, happy ending, or they get the records, but maybe they're not the records they thought they were. They're not worth that much, or they come all the way back only to find the guy doesn't have the money either. And they lose the record shop, but along the way they made, you know, they discovered things about themselves, blah, blah, blah. So either way, I think it would be fine. It seems like a mildly amusing movie. Do we have a write-up on it? No. Let's see if the IMDb knows, because the IMDb knows all. Comedies rarely translate. I think this is it. The Spin. And there's no write-up here. This is it, though. Yeah, this is. I think this is it. So it's a very small movie. I would give it a shot. Michael Head is the director, if I have the right movie. I'm about 80% sure. Colin Broderick, Mark McLaughlin. Yeah, that's it. He's one of the writers. He wrote the music too. So I think it seems very original. Seems very genuine. Again, full of heart. I would see this. I would give it a chance. And I'm not just saying that because it's a foreign movie, although it probably has a different sensibility to it. So I don't expect it to be rip-roaring hilarious, but I expect it to be amusing and unique and interesting. So, yeah. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D. and Little Joan. A couple of thank yous. Thanks to all who came out today for the Scary Book Fest at Flemington, New Jersey, Act 2 Books. And last night at the Dragon Shops in Bridgeton. So definitely sold some books there. Coming up tomorrow, I will be at the I Heart Horror Trunk or Treat event. This is in Matawan, and that's from 6 to 9. Before that, I'll be doing a live stream at noon tomorrow. Noon. So tune in for that. And then Monday, I will be at the Women's Club at Barnegat at 1:30 for my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Hope to see you there. See you in the next one.